Okay, so I saw Spider-Man Brand New Day for the Prime members early screening, and I'm going to give you my spoiler-free review. Okay, so my first disclosure is I was never the biggest fan of the Tom Holland Spider Man movies. I mean, I feel like they just lost that friendly neighborhood Spider Man vibe. I think the closest thing we had to Tom Holland Spider Man being that friendly neighborhood is in Homecoming, but even still, he kind of felt like an Avenger at the end of that one. So this movie really delivers on bringing back that friendly neighborhood Spider Man, which I really enjoyed. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think, especially with this movie, Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man, and this movie puts a real big emphasis on Peter Parker as the superhero, not Spider-Man, which I really enjoyed and I found very, very refreshing for once. Now, first off, don't worry, I'm not going to say anything because this is a spoiler-free review, but I have to credit Sadie Sink's mystery character performance in this movie because it is very good. Probably my MVP of the movie, and this is coming from someone who never watched Stranger Things. I just thought that it was a very incredible performance. Now, I do really have to say, as we saw in the trailer, Peter is going through like this arachnid body mystery thing, and this part of the film actually really worked for me. I found it very enjoyable, and for a real 10 minutes there, I thought that they were 100% just going down the Spider Man 2 storyline. And Spider Man 2 is such a good movie that it was kind of enjoyable to watch them going off that same storyline, but reworking it a little differently. I also have to credit Tom Holland for what a phenomenal job he did in this movie. I mean, I haven't ever been the biggest Tom Holland fan. I always kind of thought that he was the best Spider Man, but he just delivers probably the most emotional Spider Man we've seen ever. And that's rare because in most of the movie, he has his mask on, and you can like still feel like that hurt that he has behind the mask. And I just thought it was an incredible job of Marvel for doing this. Now, next, I have to say there were a lot of villains in this movie, and that is something I was worried with because I know in Superman last year there was a lot of villains and it got a little chaotic, so I was a little worried that this was going down the same route. And really, most of these villains are just here to recreate a comic book cover, and I thought it was cool. A lot of people have been hating, I've seen in reviews, on this comic book cover thing, saying it felt forced. But to me, it didn't really feel that forced, and I thought it was cool. Like in Fantastic Four First Steps, they did that last year. Now, the villains that you're not going to see a lot of are Boomerang, Tarantula, and Tombstone. Just don't expect to see them a lot. And to be honest, Scorpion's not in it a lot either. I just want y'all to go into the movie with this expectation. I also really enjoyed every non Spider Man character that was in this film. I mean, the Hulk was in it, and it was absolutely fantastic. We got the Prime Hulk back. Then you had Aunt May, who was through flashbacks, which is not a spoiler if you haven't seen all these red carpet videos. And I thought that was truly good. I thought Yelena did a good job. Her part's kind of comedic. And most of all, I think Frank, the Punisher, just him and Spider-Man's chemistry was hilarious in this movie, and it honestly has me very excited for the Johnny and Spider-Man chemistry that we will get in future films, hopefully. Now, one more thing I have to credit is the audience. The audience is absolutely so involved in this movie. It may be the best audience reaction since Avengers Endgame, and it could have actually been better. The audience was so involved with this movie. It was so refreshing to see. I haven't seen this since I was like 10, so it was great. Also, another thing to mention, this movie is going to do phenomenal at box office. My Prime Day screening, which was the biggest theater in my town, was completely sold out. I think this film may beat Avengers Doomsday later on. Now, going into this movie, I did not know how they were going to end it and how I was going to feel about the ending. And after watching it, I was completely satisfied with the ending. They left plenty of room for more sequels to come. And Ned and MJ, their parts, I think I like more in this movie than I've ever liked before. Truth be told, my biggest complaint about this movie wasn't that there was too many characters, it was that there could have been more. Like I feel like this Spider-Man movie being the only one to not have Happy in it kind of felt like it was missing his spark in the film. Also, not having Daredevil in the movie, I feel like he probably could have been in it with the New York crime part. I could have seen them working together. I also would have liked to have seen more Thunderbolts to get you more excited for Avengers Doomsday, but I guess Yelena was enough, and it really was good. That's just my only complaint about the film. So overall, I thought this was without a doubt one of the best Spider-Man movies I've seen. Definitely the best Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland. I give it a 9.2, and I'm very excited to see it again.